I'm not returning my shopping cart, and you can judge me all you want. I'm not getting my groceries into my car, getting my children into the car, and then leaving them in the car to go return the cart. So if you're going to give me a dirty look, fuck off.
Okay, girlfriend, I get that you're probably rage baiting, but as the mom of 4 kids who frequently had to shop by herself with all of my kids in tow, I have a response. I have never once not put away my shopping cart, and I live in Oregon where it is raining 9 months of the year. You can unload your groceries with your kids still in the cart, wheel the cart back, and then you and your children can walk back to the car. You can also load your small children into the car, buckle them in, and walk the 20 feet or whatever it is to return your cart to the corral. You can leave the doors open. No one is going to kidnap your kids out of the car. All of these are viable solutions rather than saying, I'm a mom with little kids, therefore I don't have to return the cart. You are manufacturing fear by saying it's not safe or acceptable to leave small kids buckled in their car seats for the less than 3 minutes that it takes to return a cart. Or that there isn't some other situation where your kids accompany you to the cart corral. It's a dick move to leave your cart wandering around the parking lot where it's going to run into some other car, or it's going to clog up a parking space that someone needs to use. And yes, we live in a culture that is incredibly unfriendly to the caregivers of small children who are predominantly their mothers. It absolutely sucks to go grocery shopping with a number of young kids by yourself. It takes exponentially longer. It is absolutely exhausting for mother and children to do a big grocery run than it is for someone who can shop by themselves. I know my brother loves to go to Costco. He thinks it's like a little vacation, and I never understood why he liked it. Oh, it's because he never had to take small children to go grocery shopping. Yes, we live in a hyper-individualistic culture. Yes, we lack the village. Yes, mothers are unsupported. Yes, we don't like children in our society, and we make every public place as hostile to them as possible. That's not a justification for not extending the most basic courtesy to other people. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to talk about fear-mongering around child abduction by using this utterly incorrect statistic. No, your child is not going to be abducted from their car seat while you take 1 to 3 minutes to return your cart to the cart corral. I think you might be getting your erroneous number from this statistic here, that 2,300 kids per day in the US are reported missing. The vast majority of them are not actually missing. They are falsely reported because wires got crossed, or they are adolescent runaways, or they are kids who have been lost or stranded or injured but are not abducted. Of those that are abducted, the vast majority are abducted by a non-custodial parent. 78% of child abductions, non-custodial parent, not a stranger in the grocery store parking lot. And the majority of those are kids ages 6 to 11. For the very small number of children who are abducted by a non-family member, 81% are 12 years old or older. Again, not small children buckled into their car seats in the grocery store parking lot. Fewer than 350 people under the age of 21 are abducted every year by strangers in the US. The vast majority of those are teenagers. MissingKids.org has a great breakdown. They have a 10-year analysis of attempted abductions and what all of that data has shown us about what kinds of kids are abducted, under what circumstances, and who the perpetrators are. Again, we know the vast majority of attempted abductions are the non-custodial parent. Stranger abductions primarily happen on the way to and from school or in the evening hours when kids are outside playing alone. They are most likely late elementary or middle school age children, not infants and small children buckled into a car seat in a parking lot within visible distance of their mother. None of the incidents in this report happen in a grocery store parking lot. A 10-year analysis of attempted abductions, none of them happen in grocery store parking lots. This kind of fear-mongering is not only unhelpful and places judgment on mothers who are doing nothing wrong, it foments fear and anxiety in the hearts of parents and in strangers. Kids who are minding their own business, parents who are doing a good job, have the cops called on them by busybodies who are worried about these made-up statistics. But not only that, it distracts from the real issue, which is that kids are most likely to be victimized by a male relative. That the real risk to children is not abduction by a stranger from right under their mother's nose. It's SA from a male family member, followed by abduction by a non-custodial parent. And by the way, in 99% of cases of child abduction, the child is returned. I get that it's like an iteration of the satanic panic to have this wild fear in America that kids are going to be abducted by strangers. Everywhere you look, there's a stranger who's waiting to snatch your kids. The data does not support that. Kids are safer today than they were when we were children. And I don't know about you, but I'm 45 years old, and it was perfectly culturally acceptable in the 80s and early 90s to leave your child in the car while you run into the post office, while you run in to grab something at the store, while you drop off your dry cleaning. But people flip their lids when moms do that nowadays. So no, stop spreading this misinformation. Stop judging parents and making them feel unsafe for doing perfectly normal, natural, safe things as a parent. Stop making moms' lives harder than it needs to be, and stop creating anxiety in parents and children that is totally unnecessary and rooted in conspiracy theory nonsense. Let's focus on keeping kids safe from the ways they actually are being victimized by male relatives, by the clergy, by trusted family friends. And stop judging moms who leave their kids in their car seat while they return their grocery cart to the corral.